Hello everyone, welcome to WW3 Agenda channel. This is a prelude to upcoming videos where I'll demonstrate how easy it is for one to manufacture their own chemicals and also means of protecting oneself from infections. Obviously I cannot claim I cannot make any claims regarding this. However, I will provide links in the future videos to demonstrate the science behind what I'm here discussing. So this is just a short video and we'll go from there in future videos. Thank you. Right, I'll get on with what I'm doing here. But to turn an extra light on, it may help. Here, I'm simply boiling what is an aluminium pan with sodium chloride, table salt. In this case, one that does not contain any anti-caking agent, which will be seen as sodium hexacyanurate or ferrocyanide, which is basically iron cyanide. It's an anti-caking agent. This boils, it produces the vapour here, water vapour. Within that water vapour, as you can tell by this yellow flame, that's sodium burning. Salt is sodium chloride. Therefore we know that the sodium is present in the air. The salt is present. That's probably the most important part of this. Now over here I have what is no more than rainwater. Rainwater tends to be around 10 parts per million, sometimes less. This particular water is 7 parts per million. When I say parts per million, I'm referring to total dissolved solids. So for example, your tap water, my tap water for example, is currently around about 150 parts per million. That's because of particulates that get dissolved into the water. But here, all I have, as you can see, is a jam jar, a couple of holes in the lid, and there's a small hole in the centre to release a gas. Now in here, there is 275 mils of rainwater with 0.14 grams of salt. The same aforementioned salt. Then, very simply, you follow the wire back. I have a mobile phone charger. Now, as most of us have a lead kicking around that's defunct, all I've done here is cut the plug off the end of it, taken the red and the black wire, which is live and neutral, positive and negative. Now we can swap these over, it really doesn't matter, it's DC. And on here, if you look closely, you can see bubbles being produced. Well, this is giving off hydrogen and oxygen, HHO gas. But given that the water isn't very conductive because there's a tiny amount of salt in it, it's not fizzing away hard, as you can see. However, there's another process occurring in the water. It is converting a portion of that salt in that water to what's known as hypochlorous acid. Hypochlorous acid is what is used by the body to eliminate viruses, fungus and bacteria. This is currently used in fogging machines and hand sterilisers, the chemical that is, sorry. It's also known as HOCl. So it's currently used in fogging machines, in hand sanitisers, spray sanitisers, what have you. And it's only going to produce a tiny small amount of hypochlorous acid. But it is really is that effective. The concentrations I'll be running to is probably 30 times more effective than bleach. And the difference is this is non-toxic. Over here with the salt again, the principle behind this is if one inhales this, obviously you don't want to overdo it, if one inhales this salt vapour, salt water vapour, This helps your myeloid cells within your lungs and your respiratory tract to form hypochlorous acid naturally. Your cells use that as the first line of defence. Your immune system, it's an immune response. But there's more to it, there's much more to it. And like I say, once this channel's up and running, I'm waiting to get, or rather find, calibration salts for my pH meter so I can test acidity. I will know when this water in this jar is right, when it's correct, when I can test the acidity. By that, it can also give you a time. You know, rather than you having to have a pH meter, I can tell you how long to do this for, because these chargers all run at 1 amp, and if you're using the same solution as I am, then it should be roughly the same acid level with this running over the same period of time. But then you're not going to be ingesting this. This is just for hand sanitizer and for cleaning surfaces and everything else. Everyone can do this. It's very, very simple, and I'm going to take you through the whole process. And like I say, I will provide scientific papers backing up everything I state, and from there I simply ask that you research. Thank you. Take care, folks. Bye.